So now wait.
All right, now we're back on My Green Neighborhood for part 2. Okay, with Red Moon song, and matter of fact, we were just talking, Ellen's doing the sweeping. The cat, you can't see it in the chair, but she's sleeping, as cats do. And the dog, Sophia is going back. Okay, well, she's making friends. Okay. All right, now, this is part 2 of what you don't, what you don't, what you don't spend, you don't have to earn. We're back to part 2. Now, could you give us some practical examples of that?
Okay. So when I leave a room, if there's a light on, I turn it off.
All right, everybody knows that.
Oh yeah, but does everybody do that?
No.
Okay, this is the issue. How can you take all the intelligence that you already have about stuff? The intelligence you already have, how can you put that intelligence in practice? And practice is, you got to want to do it. Either somebody will make you do it, okay? You got to, if you're young, your parents, they might make you do it, or you want to do it. And so those are the things. You've got to want to do it. And discipline, I know is a bad word, but it's a word I like. Because for me, self-discipline allows me to do what I think I need to be doing. Okay, and so this whole idea of what you don't spend, you don't have to earn, what that means to me is that I don't spend very much money. If I can pick stuff up off the street, if I can borrow something from somebody else that they don't want, if I can do these things, then what that means is that I don't have to work for pay to lead a life that allows me to do kinds of work that I want to do, which means talking with people about my green neighborhood, which means talking with people about how to create peace and how to be able to not, because we don't need so much energy, that means we don't need to go to war for energy and resources, which is pretty much what we go to war for. We go to war and we go to other countries and we want their resources. Iraq, it's oil. Okay, that's why we're in Iraq, it's oil. Now, I saw a great bumper sticker and it said, how did our oil get under their sand? And I loved it. I just loved it, because so frequently that's the situation. We go overseas, we have an opportunity to explore and to practice with our new military stuff, our new military hardware, our ordnance, our guns, our whatever. We can practice on people who don't look like us. Okay, they generally don't have skin colors like us. They generally are poorer than us financially. Okay, and we practice on them, and we take their resources. Now we say that we're doing that under the guise of patriotism, and I know a lot of people feel real strongly about patriotism, and I feel really strongly about patriotism too. But my idea of patriotism is about justice, about fairness, about sharing. About, I wouldn't take nothing from somebody who couldn't fight back. I couldn't do that. To me, that's called stealing. Okay, so I'm not into stealing. I don't care whether it's countries or whether it's individuals or I don't do that. So it's like, if I do this, what you don't spend, you don't have to earn, then I don't have to earn so much money. If I don't have to earn so much money, I have more time to do the things that I believe I'm supposed to be doing in the community. Things my intelligence, my perspective, my sharing. What is it? What are some of the things? Because when I read the Washington Post and I see all the wonderful things people are doing, they're volunteering here and they're cleaning up this and they're building this and they're helping out with this, and they got full-time jobs and they got 5 kids and they got their own troubles. You know, everybody got troubles. Ain't like, you know, we don't have troubles. So it's just like looking more at what is it that we think we need. And part of this is like looking at the difference between what you think you need and kind of moving that to what you think you want, and kind of moving that to what you think you desire. So all of them are different. Needs and wants and desires are different things. So I don't need very much at all. I've learned that I need very, very little. And I think it's fun to learn about needing less and less and less, because I'm attracted to people all over the world who live on very little. I'm attracted to that. I find them resourceful. I mean, I look at Aborigines and stuff and I go, You know, those people know how to live with next to nothing. They know how to eat. They know how to use the sky and the weather to tell them things. They have an intelligence that we've lost. And I'm attracted to that intelligence. I'm not attracted to a lot of the stuff my culture tells me to be attracted to. I'm attracted to a different kind of intelligence.
All right, now quickly in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Now you've raised 3 children, and well, tell my green neighborhood you had the thermostat set on a certain setting. So starting with that.
Okay.
How to raise 3 kids,
Now,
feed them,
my kids
and
weren't
keep the
happy
bills
about
down.
They weren't happy about this.
Okay.
So I was not popular with my children.
Okay.
Okay. I had a wood stove in the kitchen, and that could be used at any time. And those 2 rooms, the kitchen dining room, could be kept at any temperature. Then I had sliding doors, and the rest of the house was kept at 40 degrees in Michigan.
Okay.
Now 40 degrees is when you go in, your hands get cold. They get cold. So what I told my kids, now mind you, this was 30 years ago, and they still remind me about it. So, you know, one has to be prepared for that. But I gave them electric blankets, and I had a space heater in the kitchen, and in the bathroom, and they would get up from the electric blankets overnight, and they would go into the bathroom and start the space heater and shut the door. They would take their clothes downstairs and throw them in the dryer, and then they would go back in the bed underneath the electric blanket for 10 minutes. Then they would get up again and run downstairs and get their clothes and run upstairs into the bathroom and shut the door, and the bathroom was all warm, their clothes were all warm, everything was all warm, because then they were going to go to school right away. So I said, there isn't any reason for me to keep this house and pay for heat all night long when you're just going to get up in the morning and you're going to go off to school. So you're going to be home for a half hour before you go to school. And you know, there was no point in me spending that money. Now that's extreme. Most people would consider that extreme. But I just used
But you also had an extremely low heating bill.
Oh yeah, extremely low heating bill. And so I just
Matter of fact, could you throw out a figure?
it was $80 for. Let's see, it was $80 for. This was back in. Let's see. This must have been in 1975, something like that. 1980. So it would go.
Oh, wait a minute. Matter of fact, let's stop here and then come back for part 3.
Okay.